Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It is Saturday morning. It's only 7:50 in the morning, but I'm about to go out there and cut the backyard, the grass. I didn't get it done yesterday because I had a day of doing nothing. So it is supposed to start raining about noontime, so I want to get the grass cut in the backyard before it gets too much longer. It's growing very fast again. I have a hoodie on because I don't know if it's going to be cold while I'm driving the tractor. It's 59 degrees, a little cool out, but that's okay. It's my kind of weather. And yeah, so it's gray skies. And yeah, I just want to get this grass cut. I'm not going to take video or anything. I'm just going to be in a hurry to get it cut before it starts raining. So that way I don't have to worry about it. The front grass is already cut. Now I'll get the back cut and we'll be set. So, and there's some other things I need to do in the house today. So yeah. So let's get this Saturday going, and I'm going to cut grass and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Alright everyone, so it's just about 10 o'clock and I am done cutting the grass. It usually does take me a couple hours, hour and a half to 2 hours to cut the backyard because our blades are not that great, and when I go through one pass it like does like a half a cut, like chops it up a little bit. So I usually have to go over that same pass on the way back halfway. So it takes me longer to do it that way. We've sharpened the blades, they're just no good. We need new blades, but nonetheless, gets the job done. So yeah, me and Gypsy are just here, sitting at the back of the garage, just watching all the birds. All the fledglings are out for the birds. Bunch of starling fledglings, and they're going nuts in the feeder. So I don't have any cameras out right now, just because it's supposed to rain today, and my camera is water resistant, but my power pack is not, so I don't want anything to happen to it. But I'll probably on the next non-rainy day I'll probably put the cameras out. So yeah, we're just watching the birds fly around the backyard, especially on a fresh cut. Mainly the robins, they like to get what's in the ground. It's easier for them to get the worms out of the ground. So yeah, we have birds flying everywhere, and little chipmunks coming around, and bunny rabbits and squirrels. So we're just gonna sit here for a while and enjoy our backyard friends, and then we'll probably just go in the house in a little while. So yeah, that's what we're going to do right now. Just relax and watch our backyard friends. Gypsy. See, when Gypsy's, she's waiting for the chipmunk to come out because she likes to watch the chipmunks. So when she's out here wildlife watching in our backyard, she's very intent. And it takes her a couple of times to turn her head if we call her. So yeah, she's very intently paying attention and waiting for the chipmunk to come out. We call him Chippy. So all right, so we're gonna relax a little bit and we'll see you guys in a bit. All right everyone, so we've been out here for a little over an hour, and I couldn't just sit here and not take video with all the birds that were flying around. So I actually went in, and I'll show you in a minute. I got my camera, not the action camera, but my actual handheld camera that I use for zooming in. And so yeah, I've been taking short videos here and there of the birds, the chipmunks. So I think if it turns out to be like a shorter video of all that happened in the backyard while we were out here, I'll just include it on the end of this daily video. So yeah, if it turns out to be long, which I don't think so, But if it turns out to be longer, then I'll just put it on a standalone video as part of the nature series. So yeah, lots of starling fledglings. They're just squawking around. Yeah, so yeah, but it's supposed to start raining. It is quite gray outside, and it is a little cool here. I ended up putting my hoodie on. I took it off when I was cutting grass because I got warm, but I'm sitting here and I'm actually a little cold, but that's okay. It's my kind of day. As long as I can bundle up and put some layers on. And so yeah, but we'll stay out here as long as we can before it starts raining, and see how much video I can get. So alright, so I'll show you the camera I'm using right now. Alright everyone, so this camera here is the Nikon Coolpix P900, and this camera has an incredible zoom on it. It actually, I can zoom all the way to the neighbor's backyard way back there and get video or photos way back there. So that is the reason I got this camera, and that's what it is, a Nikon Coolpix P900. And what I do like about it, other than the zoom, is the lens is fixed, so I do not have to change the lenses out in order to get that zoom. This is a fixed lens, meaning it does not come off. It's just a stationary lens, so it zooms in and out. And yeah, this camera is incredible. So back when I bought this, I don't know, I was working at the time so I could afford it, but when I wanted it, they were going for like $600 to $800 depending on where you found them. And the good Lord must have wanted me to have one, because I found one, just one, for a little over $300 on eBay. And yeah, that was in my price range. So yeah, I took it as a sign that I was meant to have this camera, and I bought it. So the bad thing about this camera, here, I'll take it off my neck so I can show you. Okay, so this is the bottom of the camera, and you see that gaping hole right there? That is where the tripod mount was. And this camera is notorious for that tripod mount breaking. And the plastic is so thin that, and this camera is so heavy, I don't know why they put it at the end instead of dead center to balance out the weight. And to make it, I don't know why they didn't make it stronger, but this camera is known for those tripod mounts to break. So that gray around it is Glenn fixing it. So this is the second time it broke. The first time it was my fault. It was on the tripod, and I kicked the tripod and it fell over and the camera fell. I caught it, but it gave it enough of a jerk that it just cracked out. So Glenn fixed it, and it was fixed for a while, but then it broke again. So you can see how thin it is. There is a solution. I've watched YouTube videos on it. It's more of a ring to put around the other part of the camera. I might try that. So whenever I use this, I hold it while I'm taking video and stuff. So, but other than that tripod mount breaking, it's an awesome camera. So yeah, the zoom on it is incredible, which is the reason I got this camera. But I've gotten some amazing videos and photos from this camera. So yeah, this is the Nikon Coolpix P900, and it is heavy. So all right, but that's what I'm using right now to take a video in that faraway feeder over there. Not this one, but the one way back there. And I'm zooming in, so yeah, I couldn't let this day go by without taking some video. But it feels really good to have this camera in my hand again and taking video of birds and other backyard friends that we have that are just coming around. The chipmunk has been out quite a bit, and on this pole I put a smaller bird feeder so that the smaller birds have a chance at some of this food, because in the platform feeders you get a lot of the bigger birds and it scares the smaller birds away. So the smaller feeder I put up there, the sparrows are going to right now. The lip around it where they perch is small, so some of the bigger birds can't balance themselves on it. So that's why I put it up there. You can't even see it because I'm using the phone camera right now. But yeah, so the smaller birds are able to get to some of this sunflower seeds I have out there. All right, so yeah, over here on our fence line, the grass is high on the fence line. I'm going to weed whack that this week, and I'm going to plant the zinnia seeds. So it is June 1st now. Can't believe it. Halfway through the year now. But last year I planted the zinnia seeds, I think late June. So I'm going to get them in early June, and I was still... they grew in plenty of time that I could enjoy them for a good portion of the summer. So that's going to attract some butterflies and hummingbirds. I still have to get hummingbird feeder out here. I have not done that. And so yeah, I still have things to do in the backyard. But so yeah, this coming up week, I don't think it's going to rain. So I might be out here doing some backyard stuff. Not just cutting grass, but getting some of my stuff up and cleaning up the yard a little bit. Sawing down branches, and this right here is the fire pit, so gotta light up that fire pit and burn up that stuff. That orangish stuff right there is the Christmas tree. So over the winter I cut that thing down in 3 pieces and I put it all over the yard so the birds can nest or perch in them and kind of get out of the cold. So but yeah, I'll have a fire in that pit this week maybe, depending if it's windy or not. So all right, so we're just going to enjoy the rest of our time, and can't wait to show you the video. All right, everyone, so it is supper time now. For lunch, we just had some pot pies, so that was our lunch, and now I'm making supper. So what I have here is a roast from the food pantry that we got some time back. So just trying to go through the freezer and use up our stuff there. So what I'm going to do, because I told Glenn yesterday, yesterday, I said I was going to take out this roast, and for me, I want some shredded beef burritos, and he can have, or not shredded beef burritos, shredded beef tacos. And I knew he wouldn't want that, so I just told him, just let me know what you want, and I'll split the roast, and you can have what you want, I'll have what I want. So I'm making 2 different meals with this one roast. And it should be enough for meals for both of us for tonight and tomorrow. All right, so what I'm going to do, I already seasoned it. And what I'm going to do is just cut it in half. All right, so now I'm going to get Glenn's going first, and what I'm doing for Glenn is basically a simple pot roast. I've already got onions, potatoes, carrots cut up, and all he wants in there is some cream of mushroom. All right, so I'm going to get and I'm just putting it in a casserole dish, so let me get that going. Okay, so I've got half of the roast in here, and it's a pretty thick roast, but it's half of it, so it shouldn't take too long to cook. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the onions in right away, and then I'll wait about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll throw the potatoes and carrots in. But what I'm going to do right now, this has a good amount of fat on it, so it should render some juice, and I'm going to throw in the cream of mushroom right now. Alright, so let's just throw this in here. Pretty simple for both meals. Now with mine, I'm just going to cut my half in smaller pieces. That way it cooks faster, and I'm just going to throw it in a saucepan, a bigger saucepan, and let it cook in its juices, the juices it renders, and then I'll season it, of course, and then decide if I want to put pato sauce in there or not. So I'm not feeling the spiciness today. Alright, so now all I'm going to do is cover this up, throw it in the oven, which is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and in about 45 minutes to an hour I will throw the potatoes and carrots in. So let me cover it up and get it in the oven. Alright, so I've got Glenn's in the oven, so what I'm going to do is just basically cut mine in small pieces, or smaller pieces, not completely small pieces, just so it cooks faster. That's how I cooked our pulled pork last night. I just cut them in the cubes and then seasoned all the cubes, and the flavors went through really well like that. So I'm just going to cut them like that. I'm going to leave that fat on, but I'm going to cut it off but leave it in there because that's going to render some juices. I'll just leave that there. Alright, so I'm just going to season these up. I'm going to throw some onion powder. I'm using seasoned salt, onion powder, and pepper. Alright. Okay, so there it is in the saucepan, perfect size. So I'm not even going to put any water or anything at the bottom. I'm going to let some juices come out, and then I'll decide whether I want to put a can of pato sauce in that or not. So yeah, haven't decided on that. But I'm going to cover this up and let it cook on the stove on a low heat. And now I just got to wait for everything to cook. Alright, so stay tuned. Alright everyone, so here's Glenn's pot roast. Let's see, oh yeah, that meat just tore off. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and serve Glenn, and I will be back with my tacos. Oh, you're probably getting fogged up, huh? Steamed up. Alright, I will be back. Alright, so again, I put it in stainless steel so it stays warm as I'm getting it out there. Alright everyone, so I am about to make my beef tacos, shredded beef tacos. Took about 2 hours on a very low heat on the stovetop, and it just pulls apart. I just took some small tongs and squeezed it, and it pulled apart right away. So oh yeah. And I decided not to put pato sauce in it, so I just left it seasoned as it was. because if you know me, you know I like my tangy flavor in the tacos. So I've got some of this lime juice I'll be using. And I'm going to be putting the cheese down right away. So I put the meat on top of it and it melts the cheese. Oh, looking forward to these. Ready to get steamed up again. I don't even know if you could see that. But I'm just tossing it and it's falling apart. And I don't care if some chunks are big. Look at that. So another food pantry meal. 2 food pantry meals actually. I made 2 different meals from this roast that we received from the pantry. So there is plenty for tomorrow for both of us. Look at that, just tears apart. I've been wanting some shredded beef tacos for a while now. And I'm going to just start off with 2. I might have another one. I am hungry. Pretty productive day. Got the grass in the backyard cut by 10 o'clock. So that felt pretty good. And then, okay. I came in and we ate lunch. And then I had some dishes to do. And I got all the dishes washed. So that felt good too. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video for today's daily vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I really appreciate all of you and the support you give my channel. And with that, don't forget to stay around because the video I took of our backyard friends will be at the end of this video. So with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.